This is our Common Craft video by German, Marcus, Hamza, and Flynn, presented by Sour Patch Kids and Coca-Cola. In the story Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, he uses dialogue to show and depict the character's emotions throughout the story. The setting of this story takes place on a spaceship where a young boy named Ender has trouble making friends due to his anger issues and his young age. Due to Ender's young age, he gets picked on by many of the people in the army and causes him to get into a fight with one of the army members, Stilson, and he leaves them beaten on the ground, proving a point that he is not soft and should not be treated lightly. By Ender fighting back, he is showing redemption to Stilson and all the other army members that have caused him harm throughout his whole entire life, and he is showing that he wants payback for everything they have caused him. In the story, Colonel Graf is involved with many technologies and wants to find more farming techniques that would be effective, but then ends up failing, causing him to join the international fleet, and then he becomes colonel in the international fleet, and then he makes a call through a transmission system to Mazen Rackham, who he asks for advice on who he believes should join the international fleet in the battle against the buggers. The buggers are ant-like extraterrestrials that appear in Orson Scott Card's Ender's Game that the armies are trying to fight off. And I'm going to introduce Major Anderson, who's second in command to Colonel Graf, and she sets up the battle room scenarios and stacks the odds up against Ender because she knows that he can do way more than the other army cadets, and causes Ender to have an anger towards them, but they know it's for the good. Now I'm going to introduce you Peter and Valentine Wiggin, who are the brother and sister, Andrew Wiggin or Ender. And Peter is known to be as the devil because he makes Ender feel like he's doing bad when he's beating kids up because of all the punishment and abuse he's gone throughout his whole life. And Valentine is known as the peaceful sister because she helps him make the right choices throughout his whole entire life. And now I'm going to introduce to you Bonzo, who has many confrontations with Ender and eventually tries to kill Ender and end his life, but Ender does not back down, and he turns it around by killing Bonzo. Now I'm going to introduce to you Bean, who is known to be as the younger version and smaller version of Ender because they're both brilliant, smart, and intelligent. The only difference is that Bean has a very big ego, and that is why you can tell the difference between Ender and Bean. And that is the end of our Common Craft video. Thank you for all of you who are watching.